Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. Just back with another video through the Spirit, And this just comes by way of, with all these TikTok videos, all right, people crying out because of inflation. Oh, it's so hard. As we said, time in and time out, how people more and more are going to start to feel the squeeze. They're going to feel the pinch. All right. And, that doesn't, not to mention those of us in the know as well. All right. We feel it too. All right. But unlike these people, we have a lively hope. All right. But these people, as a matter of fact, I'm going to get this, because we have a lively hope, right? And we see that now more so even before we get into Jacob's trouble, when things really turn up out here and that MOTB is mandated, right? Because again, like the title goes, hey, you think it's bad now, just wait. Just wait. Because, hey, like I said, all these people coming out, TikTok videos, especially these women, crying out, I've touched on this before, how, because this came out sometime last year, 2022, about some of these, the past few years, and how they've been some of the worst years on record for Babylon, right? Especially starting with this, starting back in 2020, all right? Starting back in 2020, these have been some of the worst years on record for Babylon. But again, you think it's bad now, just wait, because we haven't seen anything yet, all right? So with that being said, I'm going to get this because, like I mentioned, we have a lively hope, all right? While shit is crumbling around us, and the fact that we're able to, we see this place falling, all right? And the more and more this place crumbles, the more and more this place falls, hey, the more we get excited, right? And people see that like, damn, what's their whole ordeal, right? So I'm going to get this Wisdom of Solomon 13. Wisdom of Solomon 13 and 10. But miserable are they, and in dead things is their hope, who called them gods, which are the works of men's hands, gold and silver. People are talking about, because it's inevitable, all right? It's bound to happen, all right? One way or the other, whether we want it to or not. And one of those things being, this dollar's going to crash. You said you have a lot of these, economists and experts and things that, people of that nature calling it out, right? But they're trying to get ahead of the storm, so to say. They're trying to prepare. You got a lot of these preppers out here, right? Talking about buying up gold, silver, precious elements and things of that nature, right? Well, listen, gold and silver is not going to save you in that day. As the scriptures say, they shall cast them into the street. Gold and silver is not going to save anyone from the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai, right? But again, it says, but miserable are they. Talking about people talking about getting into Bitcoin, get out of the system, right? But Wisdom of Solomon 13 and 10. But miserable are they, and dead things is their hope, who called them gods, which are the works of men's hands, gold and silver, to show art and resemblances of beast, or of stone, good for nothing, the work of the ancient hand. So that was the point. It said, but miserable are they, and in dead things is their hope. So you see, because everything outside of Yahweh Shema Shai, then you're screwed. You're done. All right. There is no hope. And that's why these people are miserable. They're suffering. Like I said, the more and more we see this place go down, the more excited we get. You know, the more it turns our spirit up. All right. Because we have a lively hope. Yet these people, they're talking about a 10-year plan, 30-year plan. And the fact that you have people, it's a scary thing, you know. Call out Yahweh Shema Shai, man, for this truth. Because if we had to be here another 5 years, man, it's why think that far ahead in this kingdom? All right, another 5 years in this society, man. It's like, damn, you know, yet alone 10 years, 50 years, people are planning 30-year plan. You know, sure, how these people, man, it's a scary thing, you know. But again, the water Yahweh Shema Shai, because we have the hope. All right, we've been blessed to have the vision, right? But going to Isaiah 24, because again, you know, people are crying out. There's a crying for wine in the streets, right? So Isaiah 24. I'll start at verses. I'm gonna jump around. So Isaiah 24:7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth. All the merry-hearted do sigh. All right, because again, the Lord is turning things upside down, man. You know, or rather right side up, rather. All right. You know, because we are in a paradigm shift of the kingdom. All right. We're in that transitionary period. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You see? And again, we're in the midst of it. So it's a beautiful thing to see, to be in the midst of the downfall of our enemies. It's a beautiful thing. That's why, again, the more we get turned up, the more and more we hear about certain things as far as Babylon's destruction, Esau's downfall, America's downfall. You know, as the talks of World War III heighten, you know, as things intensify, prophecies intensify, we get turned up, you know, and you got this one guy on the combo board talking about all y'all do is talk about the MOTB. Well, Lord willing, I'll leave that for another topic, but the merry-hearted do sigh, as I just read here in Isaiah 24. Again, people are crying out. All right. You know, the golden age is over. It's been over. But Babylon has been done. It's been fallen ever since, you know, the 70s. All right. 69, 70. America's been falling. You know, I'm sure we all can attest, you know, hey, $20 today, man, is nowhere near $20 back then when we were growing up, you know. You know, $1 back then it get you some soda pops, some bags of chips, and, you know, other little, you know, stuff like that. $1 today, you know, hell, $100, you know, $1,000, you know. This place is coming to its end. All right, this place is being phased out. Niggas like what's this guy's name? Brother was just talking about him in the chat, and I think about this nigga, this bald-headed Negro a lot. Floyd Mayweather, because all that money that he likes to flaunt, all right, all that so-called money, that, you know, fake money, all right. You know, again, as I say time in and time out, man, that shit ain't gonna be good for nothing but wiping your ass and burning, you know, fuel for fire. Using to you know, burn some fuel for fire, man. When it comes to the actual those actual greenbacks, that's all it's gonna be good for. So all that shit, all that fake money that Floyd Mayweather likes to flaunt, and man, that shit ain't gonna be nothing real soon, man. In a minute, all right. Because again, with inflation. The more and more inflation, all right, you know, Again, people are crying out. A lot of these women with these high-paying jobs, right? I'm making $60 an hour, but shit, it's not enough. You know, these women out here crying on TikTok in the car. You know, as the saying here in Great Millstone, Orlando. Hey, say the tears for the car, right? You know, these chicks are out here crying in the car, man. You know, just through, right? Jumping down to verse 10 in Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may travel. It's like that no man may come in. It says there is a cry for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone, and more. We're seeing this. All right, the mirth is being stripped. Comforts are being stripped and taken away. All right, people's laughter is being turned to sorrow, mourning. Again, meanwhile, our mourning, sorrow is being turned into joy. Because again, we are in the midst of the downfall of our enemies. All right. You see? But wait, there's more. Because again, we haven't seen nothing yet. You think it's bad now? These people, all right, just wait. You know, I get sick and tired of seeing these people walking around here with absolutely no fear in Yahweh Shema Shai, just complete disregard to Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, it's a part of our vexation because it's like, here it is, man. To those of us in the know, we're putting our best foot forward. We're trying, man. You know, we're serving the Lord to the best of our ability. And it's like brothers can't catch a break, you know. Brothers are catching hell. But we understand the greater big picture out here, what the Lord is working. But on the same note, it's like, Lord, when are you going to judge these people? When are these people going to have to feel it like how, you know, when are they going to have to suffer like we suffer? Well, soon. Soon, man, because at the end of the day, the Lord is going to have the last laugh. And how is he going to have the last laugh? Through his men. All right. We see judgment every day. You know, we were this past Sunday's fellowship, we were talking about certain things. We're not going to get into it. And we were just laughing while everyone else is mourning, all right, crying and protesting. And brothers, we were having a good time, you know. You know. Well, how much more in that day to come, man? You know. But what was I going to get? I was going to get this. Before I get that, let me get this. Before it slips my mind. And what is that? Ezekiel. Because if you think it's bad now, all right, you people have, well, these people, because those of us in the know, we know, all right, we know what the deal is. But to these people, if you think it's bad now, you just wait. Ezekiel. I'm sorry, I said Ezekiel, I meant Jeremiah. Jeremiah 12. Jeremiah 12:5. If thou hast run with the footmen, and they have wearied thee, so yeah, Jeremiah 12:5. If thou hast run with the footmen, and they have wearied thee, then how canst thou contend with horses? So you see, you get that in the NLT. It says, if racing against mere men makes you tired, you see, matter of fact, let me get this. And I'm gonna go back to this in Luke. You think it's bad now, man? What is that? Luke 23 and verse 30. Yeah, verse 31. Now this is pertaining to before the siege of Rome. Yahushua warned them of the impending danger. All right, because when something's impending, hey, it's it's coming. All right, so Yahushua, again, prior to the siege of Jerusalem, that impending danger. All right, but this can be applied to today as well. All right, because again, the judgments are coming. Scriptures talk about how those angels, man, they're holding back the destruction. And for those that have eyes to see, hey, the Lord is moving everything into place. The Lord is moving all the pieces. He's moving everything into place, man. So when the ball drops, it's going to be no turning back from there. And Lord willing, hey, I'm going to say this through the Spirit to you hopefully elect Akim and Akwath for that matter. Because I was talking to a few people, because last year when this whole situation with Russia and Ukraine popped off, a lot of people were afraid, nukes gonna being used, involved, and all these people were terrified, right? And I tell people, hey, y'all thought that was bad. Listen, if anything, and this is in reference to non-believers, all right? If anything, if you're going to be scared, now's the time to be scared or terrified or worried or whatever, all right? Because if anything, it was exciting news when Russia and Ukraine, when that whole thing popped off, it was exciting news, but we know the bigger picture at hand, all right? We understand the will of the Lord. Because things are really going to set off with Israel, all right? That's, and what's going on over there as of right now, as we speak, that could be the catalyst for things to really pick up even more. All right. So if to these non-believers, if anything, now you should be scared, because this could really be the thing to really jumpstart World War III, which we're already in World War III. It's just not kinetic. All right. It's not nuclear, but this whole situation with Israel. All right. This could be real. This could be the thing to really start it off. So now you should be scared to these non-believers. All right. But in Luke 23, I'm going to start at verse 28. But Yahushua turning unto them said, daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. For behold, the days are coming in the which they shall say, blessed are the barren, and the wombs that have bare, and the paps which never gave suck. Because the times that we're coming into, amen, words can't express. That's why the Lord's just going to have to show, words is going to have to show. All right. Because especially in that day when, children, let's just be honest. Children can be a burden. Hell, women can be a burden. All right. Complaining about it, nitpicking about every little thing, and that's the point. Because you think it's bad now. A lot of these women, they want to nitpick and complain, and I'm too hot, I'm too cold, I'm whatever, I'm hungry this or whatever, complaining about every little thing. Well, you think it's bad now. Children, no different, just I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm what this and I want that, and oh shit, you think it's bad now. That's why when you read on, it goes on to say, then shall they begin to say to the mountains, fall on us, and to the hills, cover us. Verse 31 is the point. For if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? So basically, you think it's bad now, society's still intact. All right. People are still able to somewhat go out. We still see it every weekend, week out, downtown Orlando. All right. People partying it up in the Murph, still able to distract themselves. All right. Like I said, society's still somewhat intact. All right. Like I said, if they do these things in a green tree, everything's still good for the most part. Things are still good. Right. You can still go to the grocery store and, though all that shit is waning, but nevertheless, society's still intact. All right. The dollar hasn't collapsed yet. All right. America hasn't been, there's not a full-on invasion yet. All right. Martial law, not yet. It's just, not yet, right? People can still have their little ounce of freedom or whatever, right? But yet, people are still crying out, complaining, like it's the end of the world. Like this is just the worst case scenario, right? While the society's still intact. If people are complaining now, you think it's bad now. It says, what shall be done in the dry? So what are you going to do when the Lord completely just unplugs the lights out this bitch? When he shuts the lights off on this bitch, man, what are you going to do then? If you think it's bad now, right? If you think it's bad now, that's why these people, man, they're in for a rude awakening. All right, these people had no idea. But going back to Jeremiah 12, Jeremiah 12:5 again in the NLT. It says, if racing against mere men makes you tired, how will you race against horses? We know horses are much more faster, powerful, stronger than men, mere men, But, racing against mere men, we didn't even get to the main course yet. We didn't get to the main, entree. You choking off the appetizer, so to say, and you basically you full off the appetizer. We didn't even get to the main entree yet, So you think it's bad now? Listen, the Lord we ain't seen nothing yet. That's what's crazy about it. We haven't seen nothing yet. Earthquakes over here, thousands of people down over here, another couple thousand down over there, right? Man, you think, man, these people, y'all think it's bad now? Just wait, all right? Just wait. We have not seen anything yet. Let me get this. The Lord is just barely getting started, man. That's why the Lord, when the MOTBs and fully mandated, that's when, because the Lord's really gonna have to, speed things up, because that's how bad it's gonna be. All right, when that MOTB is mandated, But I'm gonna get this. That's cold, man. You can't keep up with the horsemen of Salaki. You can't keep up with the you can't keep up with mere men. How much more the horsemen? Like, we ain't even get to the main dish yet. We ain't get to the main show. We just getting started, baby. The Lord's just getting started. 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows. All right, so listen, the Lord is barely getting started. You haven't seen nothing yet. You think it's bad now, you just wait. Because when you read verse 17, because listen, we know, but we prophesy in part, all right? We know people are going to be dying horrible deaths, all right? We know people are going to be dying horrible deaths. We know people are going to be getting torn to pieces by wild beasts. We know famine is coming, all right? But listen, our imagination can only go but so far, all right? Our imaginations can only go but so far. When this shit plays out, it's going to be like, damn. That's why I be saying, like, man, it's going to be a whole lot of oh shit moments. Because when we see it, is one thing. When we read about these things and we see parts here and there in real life, like I said, certain judgments, like out here in Florida, man, there's been a lot of people getting taken by the, alligators out here, right? You got alligators, man, just coming through, sneaking through people's little, they got those little dog holes, right? These Edomites, living comfortably. They got the little dog holes, where the dog can come through the door and whatnot, the bottom of the door and whatnot. You got alligators just walking through that shit, man, and just, waking up in the spiritual realm, like, damn, I saw this one thing where this woman, she was she thought she was an older woman, so she thought that someone was knocking on her door. She went to open the door and the alligator took her ass, man. Like, goddamn. She thought someone was knocking on her door, and she opened the door and boom, it was an alligator. She gone, man. So we see stuff like this on a low level, all right? being torn to pieces by wild beasts and stuff like that. But listen, when these things really play out, man, it's gonna be like, damn, I knew those scriptures would talk about this, but I didn't know it was gonna play out like that. Damn. So that's why 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me. Woe is me. Who shall deliver me in those days? And when you reading certain of these precepts, you got to read it as if you were there. You got to, read it with, with a sense of urgency. Read it with emotion, expression. Like I said, woe is me. Woe is me. Right? Who shall deliver me in those days? So it's like, God damn. Because that's how bad it's going to be. All right, in those days. But even before that, listen, people think it's bad now. Well, listen, verse 18 again. The beginning of sorrows. Man, we ain't seen nothing yet. The Lord's barely getting his, the Lord is barely getting started, I like to picture the Lord, man, just rubbing his hands like, yeah, these niggas don't know what I'm about to do. These niggas don't know what I'm about to hit them with, It says in great mournings, people are mourning now. People are crying out now. All right. The beginning of famine, hey, it's getting, the price of everything is going up. A lot of these guys like Dave Hodges, I watch him. We've done several videos, other people bringing out these reports about how, hey, a lot of these people, man, their choices having to be made on where to they have to pay for gas or pay for food, pay for the light bill, or they got to pay for food, because it's just the price of everything going up, inflation, right? And listen, like I said earlier, brothers are feeling the squeeze too, make no mistake about it. We're feeling that as well. All right, but hey, again, I'll say, I'm speaking from personal experience, man. The Lord is looking out. That's why I'm more and more confidently, man. It's just, brothers are gonna be all right. Brothers are gonna be all right. Yeah, we're gonna have, when we get to that point where our faith is gonna be put to the ultimate test, Lord willing, we're all that number. But once we pass that test, and the Lord, he really shown us, like, yeah, I'm with you. Just speaking as a man, hey, I think it's gonna be a breeze, man. It's gonna be a cakewalk for brothers, man. Once we really get past that what do you call it? I'll just say like that lump in the road, so to say. Or that hurdle, right? Once we get past that hurdle of the MOTB, yeah, all hell's still gonna be break loose and everything, but brothers are gonna be all right. It says in great death, the beginning of wars. Hey, all this talk of America, all right. I did a video a few days ago, maybe last week, just touching on more rumors and speculations about how, hey, America facing a possible attack. America might get hit with an EMP, or there's just talks, there's just rumors of an attack that's going to take place in Babylon. Of course, we just have to wait and see. But this is just all the beginning, all right? All these foreign troops, these middle-aged men coming over here, from these different nations. This is just the beginning of wars. This is just the beginning. All right, we haven't seen nothing yet. It says, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, all right? The beginning of bad times. Again, some of these worst years are on record have been over these past years since 2020. Man, we haven't seen nothing yet. Of bad times, man, we haven't seen nothing yet. The Lord's barely getting started. It says, what shall I do when these evils shall come? And again, I believe, just speaking as a man, once we get past that main hurdle of the MOTB, because again, we are going to be here and we're going to have to live through this. We're going to experience it. We're going to go through it. Some brothers are going to get touched. Some brothers are going to lose loved ones, whatever the case may be. But, once brothers get over those hurdles and the Lord is really showing you that he's with you, brothers are going to be all right. Like I said, we're all going to have those oh shit moments, all right? Moments, all right? But once the Lord shows us that he's really, once it's like really confirmed, then brothers are going to be all right. Brothers are going to be all right. But these people, what's that? 2nd Ezra 8. People think it's bad now, man. You just wait. The Lord is barely getting started. 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And that's why, like I read in Isaiah 24, the city of confusion being broken down, because these people, they think they can't be touched. Oh, that's going on over there. It's never going to happen over here. I ain't worried about that. Okay, just wait. You just wait. That's why there's going to be a lot of confusion. Like, what the hell? You know, we just going to work yesterday. You wake up and there's going to be like some scene out of the movie, like out there in Israel. Them niggas were partying in the midst of a festival, and they seen paragliders coming in through the sky, which, you know, on another note, all right, you know, because a lot of these things are orchestrated, and I'll just leave it at that. But nevertheless, all right, them niggas was having a festival in the midst of a festival, and paragliders are coming out of the sky. Like, what the hell? You know? So it's not even going to be a thing of just waking up and just boom, you know? Hey, a lot of people are going to be in the midst of just doing whatever. They're going to be in the midst of folly. All right? And then boom, sudden destruction, as the scriptures emphasize. The Lord emphasizes on sudden destruction. You know, it's heavy because the Apostle Gabar, he mentioned how, because listen, the Lord is long suffering. All right, he's very long suffering. And I touched on this a little bit in the video that I did earlier today about how, hey, when it comes to the Lord's mercies, listen, you know, he's patient. He's very patient. You know, gives you plenty of time to repent, and, you know, but once he brings destruction, once he brings the judgment, it's swift, it's fast, it's quick. You see, so in a moment, all right, in the blink of an eye, all this is going to be changed, man. All this is going to change. Life as we know it is about to change very dramatically. All right, to the extreme, to the max level. Things are going to be different, and we can't wait for it. All right, we can't wait. But nevertheless, hey, you people think it's bad now. You just wait. The Lord's getting ready to bring some. The Lord is barely getting started. All right, he's rubbing those hands like these niggas don't. Yeah, they complaining now. Just wait. Just wait. And hey, Lord, one of what a number. We are patiently waiting, and you know, we can't wait to see what the Lord has in store for this place, man. You know, because to help this place, to help these people. All right, you know, shit's got to go, man. This shit has got to go. All right. You know, we can't continue like this for too much longer, man. All right. So, Lord willing, this was edifying, giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. Lord willing, until the next one.